Some cars may look great on the outside, but underneath, they're a mechanic's worst nightmare. Today on Code 404 Garage, we're breaking down 5 popular cars plagued with chronic issues. Let's pop the hood and dive in.
First car, Ford Focus, 2012, 2016. First up, the 2012-2016 Ford Focus. Reliable on the surface until you meet the infamous power shift transmission. Jerky starts, delayed gear shifts, inconsistent throttle response. Common codes? Peugeot 700, Peugeot 730. If these show up, run. On a test drive, pay close attention to low-speed gear changes. That's when the Focus shows its true colors. What's the problem? In place of a conventional automatic's torque converter, this dual-clutch 6-speed transmission uses 2 clutch packs to couple the engine to the transmission, one that's engaged when an odd gear is selected, the other for evens. Dual-clutch gearboxes typically deliver improved fuel economy and faster shifts than a traditional automatic, but these transmissions also tend to slip the clutch like a manual when getting off the line and can shift rougher than a torque converter automatic. Exacerbating these undesirable traits, the Ford uses dry clutches in the interest of efficiency. Wet clutches, which bathe the friction discs in hydraulic fluid, offer smoother engagement. It's no coincidence that the better dual-clutch transmissions, such as those used by Audi, BMW, Porsche, and Volkswagen, use wet clutches. In the case of the Ford transmission, many owners simply weren't used to the dual-clutch transmission feel. But in the US and across the world, this transmission's history of needing frequent repairs has been well documented. Second car, BMW 3 Series E90, 2006-2011. Next, the BMW 3 Series E90, a luxury experience with a very real cost, especially under the hood. Chronic oil leaks from valve covers and oil filter housing. Plus, electrical gremlins galore. Codes like P0174 and P0303, all too common. If you see oil stains on the engine cover, that's not normal. It's the beginning of a long-term relationship with your mechanic. BMW 320i engine problems. Symptoms and solutions. BMW 320i engine problems are a concern for many drivers. Common symptoms in this vehicle include abnormal engine sound, poor performance, and increased fuel consumption. In particular, a jerky engine operation or sudden stop requires attention. However, it is important to consult a specialist technician to solve such problems. However, in some cases, a simple oil change or ignition system check may be sufficient. In other words, you should not panic in the face of engine problems. In addition, regular maintenance for this BMW model can prevent potential problems. However, each fault is different, and sometimes you may encounter complex problems. Therefore, it is important to carefully examine each part in the engine before offering a definitive solution. In my opinion, engine health can be restored with correct diagnosis. It should not be forgotten that early intervention prevents bigger problems. As a result, BMW 320i drivers can maintain the performance of their vehicles by adopting a conscious approach. Hood car, Jeep Grand Cherokee 2011-2014. Number 3, the big and bold Jeep Grand Cherokee. But what's bolder is how often its electronics fail. Random engine shutoffs, infotainment system crashes, and keyless entry failures. Trouble codes like U1001 and U0100 hint at failing control modules. With this SUV, your dashboard might light up like a Christmas tree. And not in a festive way. Jeep Grand Cherokee chronic problems. Engine problems. Oil loss. Engine oil loss problems have been frequently reported at high mileage, EGR, and tested. Turbo problems. Carbon accumulation and turbo lag may be observed in the exhaust gas recirculation, EGR valve. Diesel particulate filter, DPF, clogging. In diesel models, particle filter clogging is common, especially in short-distance city driving. Engine overheating. The engine may overheat due to radiator and cooling system problems. Fuel injector problems. Clogging of injectors may cause the engine to operate irregularly and increase fuel consumption. Transmission problems. Automatic. Transmission problems, delays and jerks in gear shifts are frequently reported by users. Transmission oil, heating. Excessive heating of transmission oil in long-distance driving may lead to loss of performance. ZF, transmission software. Problems. Software problems may occur in the ZF 80-speed transmission used in some models of the Grand Cherokee. Electrical and electronic problems. Multimedia system. Uconnect screen freezing. Bluetooth connection problems and touch screen failures are among the common complaints. Instrument panel problems. False fault lights and screen errors have been frequently mentioned. Sensor failures. Sensor errors may be seen in features such as parking sensors, adaptive cruise control, and blind spot warning system. Headlight and electrical system. Premature failure of headlight bulbs and failures in electrical installations are common problems. Suspension and chassis problems. Air suspension problems. Premature. Wear and system failures in the air suspension system have been reported by users. Steering box problems. Hardening or loosening may be observed in the steering system. Undercarriage durability. Premature wear of undercarriage elements has been reported. In off-road use. Brake system problems. Rapid. Wear of brake discs and pads. Rapid wear of discs and pads during intensive use negatively affects braking performance. ABS sensor failures. Faults in ABS sensors can prevent the system from working properly during braking. Fourth, car.
Mission, heavily
Nissan
upgraded
Altima,
seating, a slick new instrument cluster display, and advanced safety systems
Nissan
powered in
Altima,
part by a new rear
affordable and
camera.
packed with
Under the
features,
hood, the
but
2.5-liter
hiding a
four-cylinder
CVT
engine generated
nightmare
182
Drivers
horsepower,
report
while the
sluggish
3.5-liter
acceleration,
V6
laggy
produced
throttle,
270.
and sudden
All
loss of
units
power.
were four-door sedans with
Codes
a continuously
like
variable transmission or
P0776
CVT and front-wheel drive key
P0846
system
mean
with
the
remote
CVT
start, a
is on
sunroof,
its way.
power 8-way driver's
Ew.
seat, satellite radio,
Sure, it's
rear
cheap
camera,
now,
leather-wrapped
but that
heated steering
transmission
wheel,
replacement?
heated leather
Not so
seating,
cheap.
automatic climate control,
Despite
and more.
being one of the oldest Nissan
Now let's
models
set you up
can
with
buy
5
new,
tips to help
the
make sure
Altima
you
didn't
find
have
the
a good
best used
reputation
Nissan
for
Altima
reliability
possible for your
until
dollar.
fairly recently.
Model year changes. The
2013
Nissan
was the
Altima began
worst
a
year to
regimen
buy
of
a new
year-over-year
Altima.
updates
Due
for
to the
model year
numerous problems
2014 with a new
CVT
Nissan
transmission
Connect system
that
and
has become
extended app
synonymous with the
functionality for
Nissan
Android and
Altima.
iPhone users.
The problems are
Other
numerous
updates
and
included
usually
upgraded
manifest
seating
as
materials
stalling,
and additional noise
hesitation
deadening
during
provisions.
acceleration,
For 2015, the
or harsh,
3.5
jerky
SL
shifts.
model got more standard
CVT
equipment,
transmissions
including
are
an
more
even more
susceptible
advanced
to overheating.
infotainment system
So if you
alongside
have
moving
one,
object
it's
detection
imperative
and
to
lane
have it
departure
serviced,
warning.
and
The
its
V6
oil changed
engine was
annually.
tweaked slightly to
A
improve
CVT
fuel economy for
transmission
the
can be
2015
serviced
model
for
year as
around
well. Improved power
$220.
seating was
Other
also
common
added to the
problems with the
Supra.
Nissan
Ultima
Altima
owners from this
include
generation have
noisy
reported
power
problems
steering
with the
pump,
transmissions in their vehicles
2015,
up to and including
blowing
outright
hot
failure.
air,
Sometimes this
2014,
happens at low
steering block
mileage and under
failure,
warranty. Other times
2009.
transmission
Fifth
failure
car,
occurs after the
Volkswagen
warranty is
Passat,
expired.
2013,
Many owners do not
2017.
experience transmission problems
Finally,
or failure,
the
though the
Volkswagen
issue is
Passat,
common enough
German
that used
engineering,
Ultima
yes,
shoppers should
but
proceed
also
with
German
caution.
headaches.
The owners community
DSG
indicates that
and
vehicles
EGR
test drive
failures.
be sure to use
The
every
2.0
function of the
TDI
infotainment
engines
system to
suffer
check
from
for
clogged
trouble, make a
EGR
Bluetooth
valves
connection,
and
set a
DSG
navigation
mechatronic
destination,
issues,
play audio
especially
from all
in hot
available
climates.
sources, and
Codes
confirm
like
that all
P0401
USB and auxiliary connections
and
function as expected.
PU746
You'll want to check the
say it
navigation
all.
system for outdated maps
If you're
and
buying one
confirm that the
used,
rear camera
make sure you
system
scan it
engages
with an
immediately in
OBD2
reverse
reader.
gear. In some cases, a
Otherwise,
hard
the
reset achieved by
Next
holding the power
warning light could be yours. Chronic problems. The Volkswagen Passat 1.6 TDI Blue Motion is a very popular model, especially in the 2010s. However, some chronic problems that come with this engine option have been a frequent complaint among users. Here are the prominent chronic problems of the Passat 1.6 TDI Blue Motion. Or EGR valve problems. One of the most common problems encountered in 1.6 TDI engines is the blockage of the EGR, exhaust gas recirculation valve. This valve sends some of the exhaust gases back to be used again in the combustion chamber of the engine. However, over time, this system can become clogged due to carbon buildup and negatively affect the performance of the engine. EGR valve problems usually cause the engine fault light to come on and the vehicle to lose traction. DPF, diesel particulate filter. Clogging, the diesel particulate filter, which is used to protect the environment in diesel engines, usually tends to become clogged when used at low speed for a long time or when stuck in city traffic. A clogged DPF causes the vehicle to fail to regenerate and engine performance to drop. This problem can usually be solved by cleaning or replacing the DPF, but it can be expensive. Turbocharger problems. A turbocharger failure is also a common problem in 1.6 TDI Blue Motion models. Turbocharging allows the vehicle to deliver high performance despite its low engine volume. However, turbo failures can occur due to lubrication problems or carbon buildup. Turbo failure seriously reduces the vehicle's acceleration ability, and the repair cost is quite high. Injector problems. Another chronic problem in the Passat 1.6 TDI Blue Motion is the clogging or failure of the injectors over time. This is usually triggered by the use of low-quality fuel and can cause the engine to run irregularly or even stop. Injector replacement is a very expensive procedure, and users have frequently encountered this problem. Flywheel and clutch parts 1.6. TDI models may also experience problems with the dual-mass flywheel system. Especially in vehicles used in heavy, stop-and-go traffic, the life of the flywheel shortens and leads to clutch problems over time. This can create disturbing noises and vibrations while driving. Clutch and flywheel replacement is a costly and time-consuming process. Buying tips. Before you buy any used car, always scan for error codes. Check the accident and service history. Research owner complaints in forums. Get a full test drive and a mechanic's inspection. Remember, the paint might shine, but real trouble usually hides under the hood. Own or thinking about buying one of these cars? Drop a comment below and share your experience. For more real-world car breakdowns, diagnostic guides, hit subscribe to Code 404 Garage.